Hey guys, it's Larolith again. How's it going? So, we're back with our Fallout New Vegas playthrough. Um, from where we last left off, we basically did all this basic tutorial stuff, met with everyone. Well, not everyone, but the majority of the town mom. We met with Sunny Smiles, and we learned that there's a asshole in his group of powder gangers, that asshole being Joe Cobb, terrorizing this pleasant little town. So now we're going to head up here and talk to Ringo and figure out how to deal with these powder gangers. Um, Also, yes, in the last episode, we got a few achievements. Let me see here. We only got one, and that's ain't that a kick in the head. So that is just the first achievement for leaving Doc Mitchell's house. Also, we grabbed two star bottle caps. One from this home here. You see, there's Doc Mitchell's. You walk off to the left, boom, that house, and then that home over there. Um, Before we go talk to Ringo, I'm actually gonna wait a little bit here, wait till the morning time, and hope that oh, yep, here he is.
Hello there. It's good to see a friendly face. I almost took you for a raider, I did. Name's Malcolm. Malcolm Holmes. Don't suppose you'd care to trade. I'm missing a few essentials and... screw this. Lying just ain't in my nature. I'll tell it to you straight. I've been following you for a good bit now.
So Malcolm Holmes here, he spawns in after you pick up your first star cap, and then I think it's like 12 hours later he'll come actually up and talk to you like he is right now. So if you're looking to get a lot of cat or star bottle caps early on, don't leave town. Just as soon as you pick up that first star cap, go outside, wait till nighttime or how, like 12 hours or more. Let him come to you so he doesn't die, because he can die in the wasteland. Anything can kill him. So, and also you'll get to learn all the little history of the star bottle caps that he knows. So, anyways, why were you following me?
It started off innocently enough. I was traveling, as I often do, and happened to observe you picking up one of those blue star caps. You didn't show any reaction to it, so I figured you didn't know what you'd gotten your hands on.
What's so special about these caps?
There's an old wasteland legend that says somewhere out there is a fabulous treasure from before the war. Those caps with the blue star on them, the tale goes, are the key to that treasure. They're called sunset sarsaparilla stars.
Where can I find more of these caps?
All over the place. The easiest place to find them is unopened bottles of sunset sarsaparilla. You'd think they'd all have been picked clean by now, but somehow, new bottles keep appearing in the machines. Some say it's old Festus that does it, hoping someone will finally collect enough caps to earn the treasure. Other than bottles, you'll just have to scavenge. You can find caps in the unlikeliest of places, and blue star caps are no exception.
You mentioned someone named Festus. Who's that?
It's said that the treasure is guarded by a man named Festus, and he's the one who asked for the blue star caps. It's also said he's been around since the war, standing a lonely vigil, waiting for someone to come and take the treasure off his hands.
Huh.
That'll make him pretty damn old, but I've met a few people in my travels who claim they actually met him, and they weren't the lying type either.
So you collect these caps too?
Nah, I gave it up years ago. Too dangerous. And even if I did still collect them, I'd tell you the same. There's people out there so mad with the idea of treasure that they'll attack strangers just on the suspicion that they have some of those caps.
What kind of treasures are we talking about?
No one knows. Money, weapons, water. It is, or maybe was, something of value, and that's enough to get people motivated.
Thanks for the info. I'll be going now.
No problem. If you do end up trying to collect more stars, watch out for a man named Alan Marks. He's killed several people for their stars already.
Okay, so Alan Marks is a deadly star hunter. So, as much as I like Malcolm Holmes here, if you pickpocket him, he has 6 sunset star bottle caps. And this is the only way to get them from him unless you kill him. So, Oh, I'm gonna save scum it. Get a little closer. Oh, come on, man. Maybe he won't actually see me. Oh, my sneak is so low. There we go.
Huh? You want to talk some more?
I want to trade.
That's right. Here, let me show you what I've got on hand.
Let's see. Sometimes he can have some good things, like 308 rounds early on are pretty rare. So we're gonna buy some of those from him and sell him a couple things here. Don't usually keep those. Gonna keep all the armors. The only reason I'm holding on to all the DLC armors is they are one of a kind, so I count them as unique. I could be wrong. They might not actually be unique, but I preferably as a collector of many weird items in this game, as you will see in the future, those are one of the items that I always hold on to. All right, so begins the legend of the star. Mr. Malcolm Holmes revealing what these little blue star bottle caps are, and we need to watch out for a man named Alan Marks, and find another man named Festus. So hopefully in due time we'll find them. Oh, nice. We'll take us some Sunset Sarsaparilla. And let's go talk with Ringo. Oh, there he is. Got his gun drawn. I don't like this.
That's close enough. Who are you, and what do you want with me?
I'm not an enemy, if that's what you're asking.
Sorry about the gun. You just caught me off guard, that's all. We got off to a bad start. Let's say we start over with a friendly game of Caravan. You know how to play?
What are the rules of Caravan?
It's a two-player game, and the winner takes the whole pie. You build a caravan using the cards in your deck. The goal is to create caravan bids that beat your opponent's bids. So there's more strategy than luck involved. It's why you won't see Caravan in any casino. Too slow-paced. And more importantly, no house edge. Here, take this holotape. It goes into more specifics about the rules. You'll also need a deck, so take one of my spares. So, you feel like playing a game?
Where can I find more cards?
Just keep an eye out for them while you travel. I've found cards in old boxes or forgotten on shelves. Can find some for sale, too.
I don't have time for a game right now.
All right.
Did you know there's a man named Joe Cobb looking for you?
Yeah. He doesn't look very tough, though. I hear he's afraid I'll shoot him down from one of the windows when I see him. And he's right. I'll have a much bigger problem once his friends show up. There's no way I could handle all of them in a gunfight.
What are you going to do about the Powdergangers?
I'm gonna lay low for as long as I can, assuming the town doesn't throw me to the wolves. I've got no chance against the gang on my own.
Maybe I can help.
We'd just end up sharing the same grave if it's just the two of us. Now, if some of the other people in town were also on board...
I'll ask around and see who I can round up.
Start with Sunny Smiles. She's been friendlier than most around here.
Also with the dialogue options, I'm gonna pick kind of what, I prefer. I won't go into all the dialogue options, because it takes so much time, and some of the options you can be a complete jerk in, or some of them you can be pretty helpful. So I'm gonna mainly pick the ones that advance us and help us, be helpful to those around us. I'm gonna loot some good goods from here. Funny enough, the only thing that he owns in here are those 9mm rounds. It's the only thing you can't take in this little gas station. Do I have the lockpick? I do. Yeah, I know how, we all know how lockpicking works. Baseball bat. Yeah, we'll just take it all. There's always stuff to sell. Alright. With it being nighttime, I feel like we should probably get us some rest for the night. Keep that sleep meter down. Whoops. My bad. And then we'll look for sunny smiles in the morning. We'll go head on over to Victor's house and take us a little nap. Over time, as the series goes on, I will try and explain the routes that I take and all of the things that I usually do in my usual playthroughs to kind of speed through the game, because I'm not joking when I say I've probably reset the achievements in this game 100 plus times. There's been some months before where I would only play New Vegas and Fallout 4 and just beat the games, 100% the achievements, reset the achievements, and go again. Because these games are very dear to me. They've always helped me in the darkest times of my life. They spread so much inspiration and such good storytelling, and just everything about them is phenomenal. They can be so immersive, especially Fallout 4. It saved me at one point, I will say that. But anyways, here's Sunny Smiles.
Morning. Hi there. Sticking around Goodsprings for a while longer?
I'm going to help Ringo take on the Powder Gangers. I might need your help.
Say no more. I'm in.
Just like that?
Just like that. I have a feeling that I'm going to end up fighting those guys one way or another, so I might as well get it over with. Joe Cobb talks about leaving us alone if we hand over Ringo, but I know his type. He and his friends will come after the town eventually. However, between you, me, and Ringo, we aren't exactly a force to be reckoned with.
True.
A lot of people around here look up to Trudy. If you could convince Trudy to join us, some of the folks in town might decide to help out as well. I know Easy Pete's got a stock of dynamite somewhere, and Chet just got a shipment of leather armor we could borrow. Talk to them as well. Finally, there's a good chance we'll all end up with extra holes in us. So if Doc Mitchell could cough up some extra stim packs, that'd be great.
Any ideas on how to convince Trudy to join us?
A silver tongue would help. Convincing Trudy that we had a good plan to win the fight would also help.
Would Chet be willing to give us his supplies?
I don't think give is in Chet's vocabulary. Even with the town at stake, he'd still make you barter with him.
How can I get Easy Pete's dynamite?
Easy Pete's pretty protective of his dynamite. You'd have to convince him you know a thing or two about explosives before you handed it over.
Okay. You know what? I need to get to Primm. Can you suggest a route?
Sure can. Take the road southeast out of town till it hits the freeway. Primm is the town with the roller coaster straight south. Can't miss it.
All right.
NCR patrols do a good job of keeping the highway clear, but I'd keep your gun where you can reach it easily. You never know who you'll run into. Off the road, you'll probably start running into hostile wildlife. My advice would be to stick to the highway when you can.
Okay. I'm a little short on caps. I don't suppose there's any work available.
Not in Goodsprings, no. But if you're up for a little scavenging, there's always the schoolhouse. Most of what's in there is junk, but there's this old safe that even Easy Pete wasn't able to crack with dynamite. If you want to take a shot at it, take these.
Okay. Magazine on locksmiths?
If the lock's too much for you to handle, reading through the magazine might give you the edge you need.
And the bobby pins?
You'll need those to pick the lock. Be careful, though. Put too much pressure on them, and they'll snap.
Okay. Alright, I'll go take a look at the safe when I have a chance.
Always happy to help someone down on their luck.
What do you do around here?
I hunt geckos, mostly. The meat's pretty good, and I can always find a buyer for the hides. I also help keep the town clear of rad scorpions and coyotes. Not many people live in Goodsprings, so wildlife is always creeping in.
Let's talk about the areas around Goodsprings.
Sure. What do you want to know?
What other towns are nearby?
Southeast of here is Primm. Can't miss it. Since it has the giant old roller coaster right in the middle of town. The NCR's got an outpost there. If you follow the road north, you'll eventually hit Sloan and Quarry Junction. They mine rocks or something, but I heard they got troubles lately. I wouldn't head that direction if I were you, though. Got critters up there that don't take kindly to getting shot.
The NCR?
The New California Republic. Bunch of settlers and soldiers coming in from the west, fixing on making Nevada their own. They can be right pushy, but the roads are safer because of them, so I tend to let it go. Not that I got a choice.
What does the NCR keep you safe from?
Well, the wildlife for one thing, rowdy locals for another. They're protecting their own. Just happens to help us. They've been holding off this other group from the east, too.
What do you know about the other group?
Got a funny name. Call themselves Caesar's Legion. Never seen them in these parts, so I couldn't tell you much. I hear rumors, that's about it. Supposedly they keep slaves and they got some real nasty ways of killing folks. But maybe that's just something folks in the NCR cooked up to make themselves seem more useful here. Less uninvited.
What kind of creatures are out there?
Around here, mostly coyotes and geckos. The coyotes are pretty dangerous in large packs, but otherwise they're nothing to really worry about. The geckos aren't too tough, but they've got a nasty bite. I've heard about bigger, nastier versions out in the wasteland, but I've never seen them.
Oh.
Stick to the roads when you can, and steer clear of the hills north of Goodsprings. The critters up there are big and poisonous.
Oh God, that's all I wanted to know. Let's talk about something else.
If you want to know anything else, just ask.
Goodbye.
I'll be waiting.
Okay, so the NCR and the Legion seems like two big factions in this part of the Mojave. I'm guessing we'll run into both here eventually. She also gave us some tips on how to make a little bit of caps. We'll go check out the schoolhouse soon. And we need to speak to Trudy, Chet, Easy Pete, and Doc Mitchell to see if we can get stocked up for this fight. So let's start with Trudy.
So you're planning on taking on Joe Cobb's gang. It's a big risk, but I suppose you have to do what you think is right.
Oh no, I don't have the speech. Hold on. Let's see. Do I have a speaking with people? Salesman Weekly. Hold on. I think there's one in here. I could be wrong. Yeah, there it is. Meeting people. We'll grab that. I know stealing's bad, but it's for the dialogue. Oh, I already had one. Whoops. Oh well. Barter.
Feeling thirsty? I can take care of that.
You should help me take down the powder gang. Bullets, explosions, lots of fun.
I was planning on sitting this one out, but for some reason, I can't help but like you. I'm with you.
Nice.
Let me have a word with a few other folks, and I'll see if I can't round up some more members for this militia you're creating. While everyone does own a gun, we could stand to be a little better equipped. The general store probably has what we need in stock.
Okay.
Be careful out there.
Bye, Trudy. On. In the let's level up here. Let's go on and get guns to 40. Get you to 40. Survival to 40. That's a good rounded thing. We're gonna need explosives. I have a magazine for the barter. Alright. And let's see. Personally, I like to get rapid reload early on. It's just too handy. You get 25% more or 25% faster reloading speed, so it's definitely worth it in my opinion. Also, in the last episode, she mentioned to us that her radio was broken, so we're going to take a little look at it. Prospector Saloon Radio. An examination of this radio's internal components reveals that several parts of the connections were popped loose when the radio hit the floor. It should be a fairly simple repair job to get it working again. Repair greater or 20 or greater required. Repair the radio. Boom. And we got our radio up and running.
Feeling thirsty? I can take care of that.
I fixed your radio.
Yeah, I heard it turn right back on after you got done tinkering with it. Here's some caps for the work.
That's it? Are you implying that I've done shoddy work?
Not at all. I'm never sure how much is normally charged for this sort of thing. Here's some additional caps. That should be enough. Now, how about spending some of those caps in the saloon? Got a special discount for you after what you've done for us.
Oh, okay. We already got a discount? You know what? We could probably use this for Chet. And then let's sell her some stuff. We don't need these knives. Or the baseball bat. get rid of some of the miscellaneous things. I always pick up fission batteries and conduit or conductors and stuff like that early on. They weigh a buttload, but man, are they good for making caps early on.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Goodbye.
Be careful out there.
I'm gonna avoid talking to her about what's going on in the wasteland. If you're new to the game, I recommend going through all her dialogue options because she will tell you a lot of what's happening in the wasteland. She'll give you a good rundown of the NCR and the Legion, but just for time's sake, I'm gonna skip some of that dialogue with her.
You must be the one Doc Mitchell was patching up. The way I heard it, I didn't think you'd be walking out of that office. I've got plenty of supplies for sale. Even got some weapon mods and special ammo. Well worth the caps if you ask me. If you're hurting for caps, I've also got boxes of surplus ammo in the miscellaneous section. They're not great, but you get what you pay for.
I need supplies to fight the powder gangers.
Now just hold on. I never voted to take on the powder gangers. That's 1,000 cap investment you're talking about.
Let them take over the town, then I'm sure your business will be much better off.
You made your point. I can provide people with some leather armor and extra ammo. Sure hope it's worth it. And I'll be guarding the store while all this is going on. I have to put my business first. You understand.
Of course, you're a coward. It's same thing with him. He has a lot of dialogue options if you're new to the game to ask about the special ammo and like the situation, and he can even give you a little bit of details on the story, but I'm gonna skip it for time's sake. And we're gonna sell him some stuff, make us a little more caps. We'll sell him back that leather armor he just gave us. Don't need it. And keep most of this because we're probably gonna need it. Sell that fission battery and the cigarettes. The cigarettes and cartons of cigarettes are really good for making money too.
Pleasure doing business with.
Just hoard those things and pre-war money. Cigarettes, cartons of cigarettes, pre-war money. That's the ones I always hold on to, and I'm always using to make a little bit of extra caps along the way. Oh, we skipped Easy Pete. We'll go back here. We're gonna have to talk to Easy Pete.
Howdy. What can Easy Pete do for you?
I hear you've got dynamite. It would help us beat the powder gangers.
Too dangerous. Gonna kill all yourselves if I let you touch it. Better to leave it buried. Safer that way.
I'm familiar with the care and handling of explosives, dynamite included.
Uh-huh. Guess you know what you're doing. I'll go dig it up and get it ready. You'll have it by the time the fighting starts.
Nice.
Keep your gun handy if you go poking around some of the abandoned places around here, like the schoolhouse. Critters move in there sometimes.
Okay. Easy Pete's got some decent little dialogue too. Like I said, I probably won't be exploring all of the dialogue options in the game, but I'm gonna do the ones that help us advance pretty quickly. Who knows, maybe I'll come back one day and just do another playthrough, record it, and just record every little detail. Let's go talk to Doc. There he is.
Welcome back. I had hoped you wouldn't need to come see me again so soon. What can I do for you?
The town is going to be attacked by bandits. Anything you can do to help?
Seems like wherever I go, it's always the same. Folks just never leave each other alone. Oh, I'm not much good in a fight with my bum leg. And my supplies are scarce, but I'll give you what I can spare.
Appreciate it, Doc. Take care.
You take care now.
Seems like we got us a good setup to tussling with these fucking powder gangers. Head up here to Mr. Ringo, since he got us in this mess. You better be on the front lines, that's all I'm gonna say. There he is.
So what's going on? Did Sonny agree to help us?
Sonny's with us.
Well, I guess that means we're ready to go. Unless you think there's something else you can do.
Let's do this.
All right, I'm ready. I hope.
Time to look alive. The powder gangers are here to play.
Already? Where are Trudy and the rest?
They're getting set up in cover, but it might not go well unless we get out there soon.
Let's go. Or wait, how many are there?
At least 6. Joe Cobb included. They look pretty mean.
Let's go.
Oh, Easy Pete came through with the dynamite. Here's your supply. I really hope I don't blow myself up. I'll be set up near the store. Let's hope that the gang doesn't manage to make it that far.
So, big tip here, especially if you don't want everyone in the town to die, or anyone to die at all. As soon as you come out here, fast travel to Goodsprings. You'll beat everyone to the fight, and I always use this little grenade launcher here to just pelt them from afar and get their attention on me, because I really don't like it when any of the good folk here die. I guess shotgun's hitting hard. I love the caravan shotgun. Got him. And just like that, boom. Idolized, renowned for the extensive support and goodwill, you are idolized by the community of Goodsprings. And now we're hated by the powder gangers. They just outright hate us. And like that, that's Ghost Town Gunfight over and done.
I owe you a huge favor for this. Here, these are technically Crimson Caravan funds, but I know they'll understand once I explain things.
You're welcome.
I'll stick around for a bit longer, but I'll be gone in a few days. If you ever visit New Vegas, look me up at the Crimson Caravan Camp.
Alright. Now, early on, if you're wanting to get the achievements, I recommend talking with Ringo here, setting up a caravan deck and winning all 30 games against him. He's not too difficult. He's my usual go-to. I always just hop in the mini game with him, set up your deck to have plenty of kings, jacks, and you want 7, 8s, 9s, and 10s and 6s. Anything that can quickly get you to 26 in each lane, which I'll make a video explaining that eventually in better detail, but just some tips for getting the win 30 games of caravan achievement against any of the NPCs. Also, if you wait and you make a lot of money, like let's say you go bust all the casinos, you can go to some of the better or the more skillful caravan players and just absolutely rake in more cash with the same strategy, because you'll have such a good deck that's stacked against them that you won't have to worry about losing the money, or if you do, just save beforehand. And I remember one playthrough, I got up to 250,000 caps just from doing caravan after breaking all the casinos. And I played against the lady at the Long 15 and oh, what's his name, the vendor in Novak, and the guy in Primm as well. Yeah, so there's a lot of ways to make money through caravan once you learn the secrets to it. But anyways, over here, just east of the Goodsprings Cemetery, is this little shack, little bungalow looking thing. And inside, there are some pretty decent goodies. It's just called the Abandoned Shack. You can use this as a player home. I know there's mods out there that'll just completely rework this place to make it a home for you. I recommend grabbing this 9 iron because it's helpful for part of an achievement later on. Grab all the goodies you want. Let's see, we're gonna definitely loot that. And this is a one-of-a-kind item that is only in here, and it's called the doggy treat. It is the only one in the game. It's like a little collector's item. So if you're interested in collecting weird little things like that, there you go. It's right there by that fire barrel. There's also a magazine, Lad's Life, by the toilet. There's some water. But besides that, oh, we do need water. Character's thirsty. Drink some purified water. Northwest and that direction, I don't recommend going over there. As you can see in the distance, there's a lot of rad scorpions just kind of walking around. There's giant rad scorpions as well. They will just absolutely destroy you this early. And where I'm on hardcore, I don't want to take any chances. Fast travel. You've discovered several locations. You can fast travel back to discovered locations using the world map in your Pip-Boy. Perfect. And then heading on over here, this is the Yangtze Memorial. Cool little place. There's usually a rad scorpion over here. I'm not seeing them this time around. There's a hollowed out rock with this little peace sign. Sometimes there's stuff in there. You still got your trusty shovel. There's a few graves. This grave in particular, right here in the middle, it can have like this. Like it can have an incinerator. It can have plasma rifles. It's such a good early find. Like, I cannot recommend coming there enough and grabbing that. And due southwest of the Yangtze Memorial, there is this broken fence. And it'll lead you down. Oh, we got a coyote. I missed. Got him. It'll lead you over here to, I think this is the Devil's Throat? Yeah, or Gullet. The Devil's Gullet. Head on down here, and there's some hidden goodies for you. You got a little ammo box. 2 more little ammo boxes. And my favorite thing, there's a star bottle cap right there. And if we take a little tally here, early on, we've barely even left Goodsprings, and we're already at 9 out of 50 of the star bottle caps. So they're relatively easy to find. Don't get discouraged when I say you got to get 50 of them. Hopefully with my knowledge and watching this video, I'll be able to teach you where they are all at. There's also a little coyote cave over here that it has some decent little loot in it. We're going to hit it up before we head to Primm. I always feel bad for shooting the pups. They're just little babies. Oh, my favorite. For those who don't know, the ambient tracks in Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas most of them are from Fallout 1 and 2. And this one is my favorite from the original 2 games. It's called Metallic Monks. It's just amazing. Coming into the cave right by this skeleton is Little Jar Cat Eye. So if you're having some issues seeing in the dark, stock up on some cat eye, and it helps you see in the dark. It'll turn everything this little bit of... sorry, I'm not being indecisive on a weapon here. There we go. It'll turn everything this blue tint, but it'll make it a little easier to see what's going on around you. But yeah, fight your way through this little cave here. There's all kinds of coyotes hiding out back here. It's them taken care of. And in this cave, you can find quite a few bodies. Like this Bright Follower. What the hell's a Bright Follower? Oh my gosh, they have a recharger rifle. Let's check that out. And it was in a little bit of a rough shape, so here, hold on. Also, I recommend collecting as much Sunset Sarsaparilla as you can early on and just drink a bunch of it, because it will each bottle has like a 1 in 20 chance to give you a star bottle cap, so that's an even better way of getting closer to your 50 required for the achievement later on. Okay, man, we are really stocking up on everything right now. And unfortunately, we don't have too high of strength or any backpacks in this game, so we are gonna have to make a few pit stops and sell some things along the way. Oh, wow! Outside with the cat's eye on is crazy looking. Oh, my eyes! All right, here we're gonna wait an hour, get that go back to normal. Jeez. One thing I've been thinking about. I'm usually a purist when it comes to the Fallout games. I don't like modding my games. I barely like using Creation Club content on Fallout 4. But I've just played them so much for the past 15, 20 years that it's nice to see them running and looking a little bit better than usual. So there's a good chance I may mod this one a little bit to make it a little, look a little more modern. Might have some immersive things. Like, I don't know if you all have heard, but sometimes in the audio, you'll hear him like take a drink of something, and that's usually not part of the game. That's a glitch from an old mod that I have installed that literally shows you drinking the Vault 13 canteen at times. Here, hold on. Before I do all that, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm over here rambling. So, that little sound effect. But the Gene Sky Diving, I recommend stopping by here if you get the chance. It's right along the way to Primm, and right inside, boom, another star cap. And we're going to take the key. There's some pretty decent loot in here. Oh, a stealth boy, let's go. That key will open this locker for you if you don't have enough lockpick. It usually has some decent stuff. Nothing too crazy this time around. We're going to have to drop some stuff. I'm going to drop that incinerator. I might come back for it later and sell it. But that thing, how much does it weigh? Yeah, 12 pounds. And it's way too heavy for us to be holding on to right now. So I've been trying to make decisions on how I want to handle this series and how I want to handle the videos, and it's been hard for me to not want to do a completionist thing, because that's what I love to do with this game, or these games in general. I spend a lot of time gathering all the resources or all the unique items, doing all the achievements, really enjoying the game. But I think for the sake of the video for now, I'm going to focus on just getting the story out of the way. And then as time goes on... Oh man, I'm not good with energy weapons. Fuck you, Gecko! As time goes on, I will start making guides on where to find all the unique items, all the skill books, do achievement guides. But for the sake of my focus and my ADHD brain, I'm just gonna focus on the story, show you guys each ending, and then we'll come back and we'll look for every little piece of loot that we can. The only thing I'll probably end up collecting throughout the entirety of this playthrough are the sunset caps, but again, I may not get them all, or I might just show you some tips to get bulk ones early on. Oh, what the heck is this?
Howdy.
Howdy. I thought she would sell some stuff, but I'll show where bulk ones are, or like where they are along the path throughout the story. But again, I'll do a whole guide video and just actually show
Hey, where the hell do you think you're going?
locations.
Primm is off limits.
What's going on in Primm?
Some convicts from the prison up the road have taken over the town. Everyone inside is either dead or in hiding.
Oh, fuck.
What's more, there are 2 tribes of raiders causing trouble in this area as well. You'd be safer heading back up to Goodsprings.
Thanks for the warning.
Be careful. You may want to talk to Lieutenant Hayes. He's in a tent down the road. Just stay on the west side of the overpass if you don't want to get shot.
Okay. Well, definitely don't want to get shot at, so let's head on over here and see if we can find this Lieutenant Hayes he's talking about. Oh, man. Look at that statue out in the distance. Let's see here. There's also a good little medical thing over here. So, this is your first true introduction to the NCR. As you can see, we got Sergeant McGee over here. And the two-headed bear flying proud. I used to be a big fan of the NCR, especially when I was younger. I absolutely loved them because I like them trying to just restore order and help everyone. But as we'll find out in future videos and further in the story, there's a lot of corruption going on with the NCR, and it's driven me away from them. Lieutenant Hayes.
I'm Lieutenant Hayes of the New California Republic Army, 5th Battalion, 1st Company. What's your business?
What are you doing out here?
We were sent out here to hold back the tide of convicts from the correctional facility. As you can probably tell, we aren't doing the kind of job we could be doing.
Yeah. What's the problem with your mission?
The mission isn't a problem. The problem is with supplies. Convicts are better armed and organized than our intel initially suggested. I'm trying to get some reinforcements here, maybe some guns with some firepower, but shit. Things are just going slow.
Tell me about the correctional facility.
Most people just call it NCRCF. That's NCR Correctional Facility. A little bit ago, the convicts there staged a coup. Killed the guards that weren't able to escape. And I've been ransacking the area since then.
My God. Do you have any information on the convicts?
Not much. They've taken to calling themselves powder gangers. Mostly because they've taken to using the explosives meant to clear boulders as weapons. They got organized faster than I would have thought. Most of them, at least. Thankfully, the small group in town here seem to have split off from the main force, so they aren't getting anything in the way of support.
I have some other questions.
I have some free time. Ask away.
What's the New California Republic?
Where do you come from that you haven't heard of the NCR? Never mind, it doesn't matter much. If you haven't heard of us, you must not be from the Legion. Put simply, the NCR is the greatest nation currently functioning.
What can you tell me about the NCR?
Sure can. The NCR was founded from the survivors of one of the Great Vaults. We started as a small settlement called Shady Sands. We now consist of 5 states that make up the greatest nation since the Great War.
Oh, wow. What's the Legion?
Caesar's Legion. A bunch of degenerate slavers led by a madman who calls himself Caesar. Every one of them is a barbarian to the last. I've even heard one of their leaders, the Legate or something, goes around with a human skull on his head. Savages to the last.
Damn. Why is the NCR interested in the desert?
Well, it's no secret. Our interest here is twofold. First, we want to remain in control of Hoover Dam. It supplies the Republic with power and is a source of fresh water. Second, we want to prevent the Legion from advancing across the Colorado River and endangering the home states.
That's a noble cause. That's it for now.
Goodbye.
See ya. Yeah, these Legion guys don't sound good at all. Bunch of slavers wearing people's heads.
Evening.
Evening. Yeah, I don't know. Legion, bunch of degenerates in my opinion. Though that's probably what they would call me. We'll head on over to Primm. Oh my God. Well, they got the landmines out, man. No, I get it. They don't want to get ambushed in the night. Sorry, I keep opening this back up. I'm gonna use the trusty old varmint rifle here. I think I'll another thing I was thinking about doing with the channel eventually is I want to do mod reviews. Like once we exhaust all the content, get all the achievements and all that stuff, I wouldn't mind doing some mod reviews. Maybe like a weekly video on just, you know, throwing in some mods that I like or that I've found that are always worth looking at. Suggest you guys some good stuff. Oh shit. Here's those convicts they were talking about. Fuck you, nerd. Oh. One of the things I recommend, though, especially if you're going to try New Vegas on a newer system, like Windows 10, Windows 11, look into modding your game. Just a moment. Let's level up here. Let's get a few more points here and dump more. We'll do that. Okay. Definitely look into modding your game. Get the Fallout New Vegas script extender. Get the anti-crash mod, which is a plugin for that. Read a little guide on how to get that working properly, and just use those bare minimum mods to help the game's performance. Because even though it is an older game, it's a good thing and a bad thing. It's easier on your hardware, but it also comes with plenty of problems that cause your game to constantly crash. And that's the only reason why I even have those installed at the moment. But also, picking up that note off that dead body, that's the Mojave Express invoice, 4 out of 6. When we first woke up, Doc Mitchell gave us one, and it was 6 out of 6. And right here in Primm was our home office where we were getting all of our courier jobs before we got shot in the head and robbed. Right here is where all the magic happens. Let's head inside. Hello? Oh. I guess the convicts kicked everybody out. Oh, another Mojave Express drop box. Definitely want that. What's this? A broken robot? Damaged robot. Damaged robot. This is an advanced model robot with a reinforced frame. It is well weathered and appears to have a good bit of action. Or I've seen a good bit of action. There is very little in the way of serious damage. Examine the electronics. A few of the primary electronic systems seem to be fully functional, and then the redundant systems are all working. If you bypass some of the primary systems and secondary systems, should compensate and make some of the repairs easier. Science 55 or higher. Well, we're not very scientific. Let's try and fix it with repair. Some servos and gyroscopes need to be recalibrated and replaced, but this looks as though the robot can be repaired. Repair 65 or higher required. Repair with parts. Looks though... Oh. Without the parts. Okay. So... Dang. Repair with parts? Requires 3 pieces of scrap metal, 2 sensor modules, and a scrap electronic. What are we missing? We got the scrap metal. We got the sensor modules. But I don't think we have the electronics. Funny enough. Well, crap. We'll come back for him in a moment. I guess we'll head on in here. Maybe we should clear the town out before we head in anywhere. Make sure we don't get jumped on from anybody else. I see someone up there on the roller coaster. Put our gun away. Oh, yep, it's definitely an enemy. Another convict. Where's he at? I see him. Got him. Oh, he fell. See ya. I think there might be another one over this way. Let's go find him. I'm on the trail. not seen them. I know one of the mods that I'd like to do a little review on later is the Long 15 expansion. I know it recently got popularized, or I think it dropped recently too. So it's definitely one we're going to be checking out here on the channel. Ah, dang it. I suck. There we go. Is he going to fall? Dang. Another convict down. But I have a lot of plans, a lot of ambition. I want to create more, I guess, intimate videos, something that I can connect to my audience with. Long form videos that let us have some time to chat and hang out. Pair of binoculars and some little stash. Alright. Well, with us clearing out the baddies in town, I think this is a good place to stop for today. And if you guys don't mind, like, subscribe, all that stuff. And when we pick up our little adventure, we'll head inside the Vicky and Vance and talk to these people and see if they found, or if they happen to see the man who shot us and his goons. But anyways, with that, take it easy, everyone. I'll see you in the next one.